Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is your weekly tarot forecast. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and also please go check out the other videos that may pertain to you for your sun, moon, or rising sign. That will give you a much more dynamic picture of what's going on this week, all right? Let's get started. What does Pisces need to know for the week of August 22nd through 28th? We're going to go with those because they seem important today. Let's find out what we've got. Okay, that is a fairly good start. Those cards just really wanted to come out of the deck today. Okay, we do the Celtic cross here, as you know. That's our usual spread. So we're going to start out with the cross section here. Now, we have, first of all, the Knight of Discs. This is some really good energy to have. I think this is kind of the overall energy for your week, and this is patience and success and really not taking a break from your work, but stopping for a moment to enjoy the fruit of your labor, right? The Knight of Discs here is someone who is very capable of their own success. I think you've established a lot of success in your life. You've been very focused on your business, your work, your career, your finances. And I think it's really paying off. I think you're going to find that this week you really have a lot of what you want. It's really been a successful and satisfying, maybe last couple of weeks. I'm trying to remember what the last reading was for you, Pisces. And I think really that you've had this focus on your work and your career and your finances, and now you're really getting into that mode of like, yeah, I've got a little bit. I'm going to enjoy it. And I think that, well, we're going to go with that card in a moment. But first I want to hit the recent past. We have the Lover's card. I think this may mean that you recently got into a very strong union with someone. You have a new romantic, a new love life, a new partner that just seems to be a very perfect match for you. It is just a wonderful relationship that you have, and I think this is giving you the strength and the fuel and the opportunity to focus on your work and really get things done and really see some success going on. But this also could be looked at in a different way. Sometimes the Lover's card means that we had to make a very crucial decision between two loves, let's say. You had to choose which path to go down. You had to choose, let's say, door number one. That might have been something that you really loved, you really wanted, you really thought that was it for you. You really wanted to take that door. And then door number two was something like, well, I know door number two is going to lead to a better future. There's a better like long-term forecast for door number two. It doesn't feel as good right now, but maybe that's the one that I should take. I think you might have had a decision like that in your life where you had to kind of let something go or choose an alternative because you knew that this alternative was going to lead to a more successful future to you. I don't want to say that you chose business over love. Or work over pleasure. I don't know that it was that kind of cut and dry. It could have been, though. It could have been. But again, this could also mean that you have just a really strong, perfect relationship now that is helping you move forward into this. But either way, I think there is an important factor in your life right now is this a love relationship, either one that you gave up in order to pursue your work or one that you find yourself in now that's very supportive of your work. I think it's one of those two options for you. Now, this could resonate differently for different people. This is a general reading, so it might not be, very specific for each of you. But I think I've had a fairly good track record. So let's just say for now, until we read some of these other cards, that this is a relationship issue in the recent past that has led to your refocus on work and success and the physical realm, building your empire, building your finances and your home and all of that stuff. And not only with the Knight of Discs, we have the Prince of Discs as well. And this is showing that, you're really super focused on the practical things, on growing your finances, growing your career and your success and your bank account and the physical world around you. So I think you're really putting in a lot of hours. It almost seems like you are in control of your own business in some way. And I get that energy from the Knight of Discs here, who seems like they're in charge. And then also you have this Prince of Discs energy, which is showing that you're doing all the work. So maybe it's like either some kind of an entrepreneurship. It could be a sole proprietorship or something like that, where you just kind of got this thing started. You're putting in a lot of work, a lot of hours to make it successful. And I think you're starting to see a lot of that success now. I think you're seeing how, wow, this is really starting to snowball and just get better and better. And I think that's very exciting. Now, the card that I skipped over at the beginning was this Ace of Swords. Now, I'm wondering if this isn't just maybe like some kind of a new idea that comes your way this week, some kind of a flash of understanding, almost an epiphany of sorts. I think you're going to go through the week and you're going to be focused on your work and building your success. And we have a lot of indications here, a lot of Earth cards showing that, yeah, this is going to be successful. You're going to get that money. You're going to be an earner. You're going to be, bringing home the bacon, so to speak. If you're vegan, you're going to be bringing home the fakin. That was a bad joke. So anyway, the idea is that you're going to be very successful this week, and you're going to start to see that, wow, this business is really working out, and you're starting to see the results of all of your hard work. But there's going to be something that comes to you like just a flash. It's going to be just this kind of flash of light or insight or understanding, and I wonder if this isn't related to this relationship issue that we were talking about. Now, I'm starting to think that maybe you gave up on a relationship or you closed door number 1 in order to go through door number 2 and pursue all of this work and all of this career and do what was better for you for the long term, right? And I think now you're having a realization. I think you're having some sort of a flash of insight about that decision. And honestly, in the immediate future, I see that you're going to be a little bit saddened by this kind of flash of insight or understanding. With the Three of Swords here, this is kind of the birth of this sorrow, right? This kind of a melancholy attitude, but it might not really be about anything specifically. Though I think in this case, it's going to be related to something, to some single flash of insight or understanding that you have. Typically, the Three of Swords is like an underlying melancholy or an underlying sorrow to existence that we all kind of experience at one point or another in our lives. But for you, I think this is going to be kind of developing in you, is this feeling of sadness or sorrow, or that your heart is a little bit broken, or that there is something kind of missing. There is something causing you a little bit of pain and heartache. And I think you're going to know what that is, because we do have that Ace of Swords showing that there is this singular idea. This thing comes as a flash or as a realization or just as like a sudden, like, oh gosh, what did I do? And this feeling is, I think, going to start to kind of grow in you a little bit. But the good news, I think, if there is more good news, because we see, again, a lot of financial business success in here, and I'll get to some of that in a moment. Some more good news, though, is that we have this High Priestess card as the foundation. This card is supporting you. I mean, she literally looks like she has her arms up and she is supporting you. And she's right down here at the bottom of the spread, holding her arms up, supporting all of this. Okay, so this is the message that, yes, you need to trust in things. You need to trust in the universe. Trust in yourself that you are making the right decisions and that things will work out for you in the best way possible. If you just keep following your intuition, follow your guardian angel, your spirit guides, the messages from the divine, whatever it is that you believe in, whatever kind of higher power you're connected to, even if that higher power is you, is the deeper, more true part of you. Stay following that. Stay trusting that. This High Priestess is the priestess of you and of your life, and is sure to help things along their way and to make sure that you are supported and well taken care of, right? So this is the message that, hey, it may get a little bit hard, sorrowful or painful right now, but things are going to be okay. We got you. You have support and love, and you have the energy of the entire universe within you, above you, behind you, in front of you, and it's ready to go, and it's ready to help you. as you make these decisions for your future. Okay, so this is a really good card to have as the support, as the foundation card for you. So it really is kind of the light that's shining on all of this, and it's a little bit, it is a little bit sad, really, and I don't like to really go this direction with my readings, but I try to keep it real. I try to stay honest about everything that I'm feeling. So, in the immediate future, we have that Three of Swords, like I said, and this is that little bit of sorrow, regret, little bit of pain and heartache that I think you're going to feel based on this decision that you made in the past. But nevertheless, we think it was the right decision, right? And I think that you know that you did the right thing. You did what you needed to do at the time. That doesn't mean that it isn't going to hurt a little bit. But you did the right thing, and you need to trust that you did the right thing, and trust in the future, and trust in the universe and in the way things are going to develop for you. Don't forget to hit that like button, and please subscribe to this channel. It's because of all of you that we're able to grow and continue doing this, and I thank you so much. Moving on here to the Ten of Cups, I think this really is showing the result of this. It's kind of a natural flow. You go from this Three of Swords, it's like the beginning of that heartache and sorrow and regret and pain, and eventually you kind of reach the limit of that. You say, okay, enough is enough. I had to make the decision. I did what I did for good reason. And I think you're going to reach the end of that. You're going to, I think in one sense, you're going to see that you still have a lot of love, a lot of caring friends, family, loved ones surrounding you. You have a great support system. And you're just going to kind of say, enough is enough of feeling sad and sorrowful and kind of regretting what's going on. The Ten of Cups, it's the end. It's the final. It's gone as far as it could. It's not worth it anymore. There's nowhere else for that energy to go. So I think you're going to kind of just be done with allowing yourself to feel that way. You're going to feel it and experience it and go through it, but you're not going to linger. It's not going to be a pity party. You're going to move on quickly from that. And we have the Magus card. So this is, again, showing that you are in complete control of this world, this reality that you've created. And I think that you've created that through all of your hard work and your business and this work that you're doing and your financial success and stability that you're working toward and that you're earning. So I really think that, this is you creating the reality, creating the world that you want, manifesting your desires. And, I think that with this sorrow, heartache thing, I think that in the future, you're going to continue to create the world that you desire and the reality that you want. And that's going to involve different things at different times. Right now, it seems like the time is for you to focus on your finances, focus on yourself, focus on your physical world, your health, your wealth, your domestic situation, your finances and possessions, and getting everything stabilized and built up to where you think they need to be. And I think that's you being in control, you making the decisions, and you're weaving the fabric of your own reality, okay? I hope that's fairly clear. The Magus is always a good card to get. Always shows that you're in control, that you are the one kind of pulling all the strings on all of these things in your life, okay? You're the puppet master, so to speak. We then have the Ace of Discs. So this, again, is showing this new income, this new start of some physical project, new finances, a new source of income, a new source of just health and fitness and happiness and success on the physical plane is really starting for you. And I think, with this, all of this hard work and energy and time that you've been putting into the work and into your finances and into this, this career or employment or this business that you have, I think you're really going to see that new money coming in, that new stability starting to form. This is like the beginning. This is like the first dollar that you earn, and you frame it and put it on the wall. And that's what keeps all the other dollars coming in, right? It's like a magical talisman, that first dollar. And that's what this card kind of represents. And so having this in your pocket is going to just attract all this other money to you. And you know what? It literally does, because the very next card is the Ten of Discs. And this is like the complete fulfillment and satisfaction of your financial goals. right? And that's amazing. And this is an amazing way to end a reading like this. Especially going from the 1, the ace, all the way to the 10, this shows a complete unobstructed flow from that very first dollar that you earn and frame and put on the wall to the final, the final outcome where there's just so much in the bank you can't even count it anymore, right? There just aren't that many zeros, on the screen. You can't. It's overflowing with this wealth and this success, and I could mean that literally. It could be interpreted literally. You could just be wildly, wildly wealthy at the end of all of this work. But I think, moreover, it is a satisfaction that you've succeeded. It is a wealth that you feel because you've earned this. You feel like you've really achieved something. You feel very satisfied and very proud of yourself for all of this hard work and all of the sacrifices that you've been making in order to continue doing this work. And I think that as the end of this flow of energy, again, we have the 10s, that's the end of the line for the discs, that's the crystallization of all of that earth energy into something tangible, and that's your wealth, your physical wealth. I think from there, it's then kind of an easy jump into different areas of your life. So, we'll see with next week's reading if then the focus shifts from all of this earth, all of this kind of finances and work and business and stuff, into a different realm of your life. Because with this success kind of already being almost guaranteed, because of your hard work and all the energy that you're putting in, you're really working towards this, and I think it's going to happen. I think, in the next couple of weeks or the next months, and we'll have to see how it goes. I think the focus may shift for you, because after the 10 of discs, then it's like, okay, you've been there, you've done that, you've succeeded, you've achieved what you wanted to achieve. You've built this up, this machine that now maybe is kind of running on its own, and it takes a little bit less focus and energy from you so that you can shift to other things. And I think that's a really good message to end that reading on. Pisces, thank you so much for letting me read for you today. This was your weekly tarot forecast. Please stick around for the extended version. You can become a member to the channel using the link in the description box below, and you can have access to all of the extended readings that we do for all the signs, all weekly, monthly, whatever. You'll have access to all of it. Thanks again for letting me read for you on Dove and Serpent Tarot.